I'm gonna go get a drink of water while this happens.
Sure.
You can come back to me whenever.
You totally threw me off guard. I was not expecting this. The Buzzwole reels back and hits you with hammer arm for 65.
Oh!
Wow. And I'm pretty sure that kills me just right dead.
You should have way more hit points than that. You're based on... Yeah, you have way more hit points than you think.
I guess probably I do if I survived that.
Yeah.
I'm listed at 70, but I probably calculated that wrong.
It's like con times 4 plus hit points plus 4. It's a weird formula. I don't particularly like it, to be honest.
Oh.
Well, it
So.
confused me, so.
No, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
So it's the
Well,
worst.
mine is 50, so I hope I also did mine wrong.
Mine is also a straight 50.
Well, I
No, I
didn't...
guess it's con value times 5, and guess whose constitution is 0?
Well, you also add your level into consideration too.
Oh.
Well then,
Consider it,
most
and
of these
I
aren't
consider that I
one
have more
shots.
All right. I'm fairly certain you're up, but he does hit you like a truck, not quite like a gun, but
But yeah.
but definitely hurts. You fly backwards into the most valuable item in the world, toppling the giant over.
Oh. Thanks
you're
for breaking my fall. You're already paying off.
All right. The other one, let's see. I'll roll for confusion. It snaps out of its confusion, and it attempts to. It will Mega Punch, which is a normal move, on your Umbreon.
Wow.
Umbreon is still standing, but takes 2 injuries.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right. It is now Umbreon's turn.
Okay. As my trainer action, I'm going to, Hey, Phoene!
Yes!
Do you mind if I possess your, what was its name again? Mil something?
Chiffon!
That's the one! Can I possess it? Can I take over that Pokemon's brain?
I don't see why not!
As my action, I am going to possess the melodic using my Shaman class ability.
Okay. That happens. All right. You are currently there.
Drains 10 of my HP. If it's a friend, it automatically succeeds. And you can act during an encounter as a Pokemon would on your turn.
All right. You're a Pokemon now.
So, yeah, no.
Finally.
Melodic opens their mouth and lets out a very Rick Shades call. So what can this thing do?
Oh, you were just crap shooting then, okay. Well,
Super useful.
it has a good amount of health. Can do a twister, which works very well. Aqua Tail, Water Pulse, Rain Dance, pretty useless. Recover so you don't die in there. And Captivate.
Good. Let's try and hit it with an Aqua Tail then.
Okay.
Can you roll that out for me?
Short.
That
You
was
wiggle
great.
awkwardly, and Phoene just pushes you to the end.
Good enough.
Okay, absolutely. They also take another 1d6 points of damage. I think another 1d6 on top of that, if I'm correct. Let's see.
Alrighty.
Oh, and I add my whiz damage, so it's 1d6 plus 5.
Okay.
So an additional 7.
I'm just gonna be I'll just be generous. Boom, 50.
Hooray!
Alright, you awkwardly flop forward, unused to the Milotic's body, despite possessing it for like the 8th time now?
Yes.
Sounds about
It's
right.
a great party trick.
And you
Also, Rick is used to being like fish and sea creatures.
You'd be shocked.
Alright. So, you smack the Buzzwole right across the face, giving it an injury, and your turn is over. It is now Umbreon's. Technically, Umbreon never got a turn, but go ahead.
Oh, let's use Moonlight on Umbreon.
That recovers half your hit points, right?
Yes! yeah. Moonlight. User regains hit points equal to half of its full HP value. If it's sunny, the user gains two-thirds of its full hit point value. If it's rainy, sandstorming, or hailing, 1/4.
Okay.
So I don't know if the weather's bad enough to ruin it, but yeah.
I did say it was sundown, so let's say the moon is now out, and the moonlight hits Umbreon, recovering it fully, and it's raring to go.
Hooray!
Alright, Poliwrath's turn.
And do I get a trainer action during?
You can do that, yes.
All right.
Wait, hang on. Did we just count? Did we just pass Feeney's turn?
Oh, Phoene can go, yeah.
Okay.
Go
I'm
punch
going
it.
to use. I'm going to use a weaker version of that thing I did earlier to turn Octillery into a cannon, and get everyone up 1 in defense.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
very
Yeah.
nice.
I don't think this applies to humans though. So
It can. It
I
can
would
apply-
certainly like it to then.
Alright, everyone's defense goes up by 1. And the way that works, we're just doing fast math anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'll just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, it's every ally within 6 meters, so here we're good. Feeny runs to and fro, passing out a bunch of Feeny brand vests that she has that will take a hit for you. Oh yeah.
Could have used this last week.
She scoops up the Esper trio in one vest and
Aw.
ties it around their waist and carries them around like a fanny pack. Feeny pack trademark, do not steal. All right, that's Feeny's turn.
Fantastic.
All right. I'd like to use my trainer action to grab all my Pokeballs and throw them out.
What? Okay. You throw out all your Pokemon.
Not like in the garbage, just so.
Here's Doduo
Oh yeah, oh, you're on it already. All right.
and Slowpoke. And see, this is why I put it on the GM layer. There you go.
Thanks.
Hey.
All right, Anarcity, baby.
All right. Well, you can only command one of them at a turn. They look at you kind of stupidly.
Ugh, you guys. All right, Poliwrath, keep it up. Oh no. Doduo, I want you to use Peck. That seems like it'll hurt it real bad.
Okay.
And then I scrolled a bit.
Feeny slams on her guitar in the meanwhile.
Which one is he hitting?
She hit the
The
big
one
guy.
that-
The big
yeah,
guy?
Yeah, sure.
The big
Yeah.
guy's taking the most damage. We should get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the leader. It'll intimidate them.
Get them with
Please
your
don't
two
send them
tiny
back
beaks.
to ultra space.
All right. It takes quadruple damage. I think it's
Because
actually
of all the
times-
peaks.
However, unfortunately, that attack was very weak, so it drops it down to
absolutely.
just a little sliver of hit points, and it gains its 3rd injury.
Can I catch it?
You can attempt to. I would.
No, that'd be silly.
Yeah, totally.
I say it from my Pokemon throne.
All right. Buzzwoles go again. They're reeled back. The big one is suddenly very intimidated by this tiny bird that came up and nearly wrecked it.
Squall.
It is going to use Thunder Punch.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Alright. I don't know what your Doduo has in defense, but
Probably not enough.
I did 49 times 2, so I'm going to assume it at least takes 3 injuries.
And that sounds about right. I can't find defense. So I guess it has none.
Hit points. Hit points, hit points, hit points. There we go. Defense total. It has 8 defense.
Hooray!
Including my buff?
Oh, I
I
apologize.
wasn't there in time for that. Let's not cheat.
But it's an AoE.
Does it like just kind of radiate? Is it like an aura that radiates? Or?
It just says every ally within 6 meters. I don't know if that's like a continuous thing, but it's until the end of an encounter.
Just throwing vests at everybody.
It's just called rally, so I assume I'm happily cheerleading, and it's a continuous thing.
We'll
Good
just
job,
say
you stupid bird.
say minus 60, and it gains 3 injuries.
Okay.
That works.
Take that punch. Scars look good.
One of the heads goes limp.
Oh my god! It just gets hit in the stomach, and then one of the heads just like a balloon.
It just deflates.
Ricochet hears.
You've released my limiter.
Oh,
Enormous white wings sprout from the remaining head's back.
Holy
all right. This Buzzwole here uses hammer arm, but swings wildly and completely trips over Umbreon and slams into its glorious leader, knocking it out.
Did you just trip over my dog?
Is what Rick says.
Melodic says.
Yeah. But all Phoene hears is.
Sorry guys, the fire department's on the way.
The other Buzzwole takes its turn waking up, and it's just confused as what's going on because it just saw its leader get taken out by some traitor.
Yeah, this is definitely a dream.
They fall into infighting. This is the graveyard of empires.
Umbreon, Milotic, and everyone else. Just everyone else go.
Okay. I'm gonna have Umbreon use Helping Hand on Milotic.
Before you do, because Phoene can't actually do anything while Milodic's operated. So I'm gonna use my ability that changes crit range from 16 to 20 for 1 round.
Okay.
Critical advice. So just hit it really hard. I take that as understanding. Oh, I'm sorry. She takes a thorn out of Melodic's side.
Okay, let's Helping Hand Milotic and then use this borrowed ability I have from my artillery, blasting the remaining one with the Psybeam.
Oh shit. I think there's actually a few remaining, but these are ours.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the last remaining of ours. Let's can only do this once per day, but let's use the Psybeam.
Go for it.
Special. With Helping Hand.
Ooh, and that's a critical!
Oh!
Yeah.
Which one did you hit?
The one that's still, like, up and wandering around that didn't punch out its friend, I think?
The
Okay.
one next to the Polyrath.
Yes. I'm going to hit that. It gets an additional 1d6 plus, +5, +10 from Helping Hand, and it's a crit.
Oh
And
god.
it's super effective.
All right.
Was it even there?
The Buzzwole, its vision just collapses as it suddenly is shot through the cosmos, seeing colors in all of every spectrum ever conceived by God and man, and then flies through into oblivion, and then faints.
What a way to wake up.
Rick immediately stops possessing the Milotic. Whoa! Whoa!
Phoene tries to cheese it and holds up a small handwritten handkerchief of hers that says, Melodic learned Psybeam underneath it.
Oh my god.
So is that one still up for fighting? Or oh yes,
Yeah. It's raring to go. It
boy.
flexes, and you understand it communicates. I'm the leader now.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna move these out of the way just so.
Phoebe, I don't want to scare you, but your Melodic's a little too strong.
Yes, it's a Melodic. They're total bullshit.
Of God and Man, you mean Arceus? Yeah, thank you. I left universe. No. God and Man. That's what I mean, chat. Because it no longer is in the Pokemon world.
It's no longer in the world. All right. I think it's Poliwrath's turn.
It's whoever's.
Poliwrath can go. Melodic just woke up from being psychic and a ghost.
All right, time to finish it off. Slowpoke. Use water gun.
Okay, he's going to need some extra cheers on this one, so we better...
What can your espers do?
They are small. They do not fight. Do not throw the children into battle.
All right, I'm done.
I just slowly moved forward.
Yeah, we gotta wait another turn order.
Feeny walks over and steps on its tail to get it to squirt.
Oh, no. Well, it doesn't notice, but I guess physics comes into effect.
Another crit!
Oh man, it's not gonna be happy when that hits.
Okay, so instead of stepping on its tail, Feeny walks over, does another tactical. Even without Nera there, she's gonna use one of our team's patented dual texts, and she juggles the espers, and they all land one by one in a perfect totem pole tower on the slowpoke tail.
Okay, let me organize these.
It's like
A hot mess. I love it.
There you go.
when you're squeezing icing out of a tube. Or no, it's more like ketchup, and you get to the last bit, and it's just like... That's what we're talking here.
Yeah, like, Rick's expression is completely just, like, plain-faced for the first few seconds of it, but as it hits the Slowpoke's brain, his brow just furrows!
Alright, a geyser erupts from Slowpoke. Its mouth slowly opening as it realizes it's ejecting water.
It's just blasting out its nose and ears.
Phoebe is kind of doused a little.
You know what? Okay, no, it's perfect. After the stream fully opens up, it blasts the Buzzwole into the sky and back into the portal.
Oh no! Good transition though.
Hey, yeah. Thanks for the assist.
No problem. The three espers do a little pose.
Samson, your Slowpoke probably needs a break after this. Why don't you give it some vacation time?
Yeah, we got a while.
Alright, you are now in, what shocks you is that you don't seem to be in the ultra space that was described to you by, Phoene. Instead, you look around you and you start to, I don't know if you panic or not, but you realize you're actually in the distortion world.
Oh shit! I mean, shoot! This place is radical!
Become queen of distortion world.
Oh man. Okay, got focus. Gotta find Garbsnarb. Garbsnarb! Oh, there you are.
You heat it.
Oh, good.
No. It sits there, its eyes glowing a slight pale yellow, and it calls out to you in a deep
That's ridiculous, Garbsnarb. I put the knife in its mouth.
Garbsnarb.
All right, come on.
A knife laced with helium.
Anyway, you know how to get out of here, Garbsnarb?
It nods with the knife, and it points a challenge northward.
All right, then let's get back out there. We've got some money to make. I put Garbsnarb on my head and start running.
All right. And as you start charging forward, you notice a faint outline. And you'll have to excuse me for a second because, like I said, I was not expecting this, but this is a really great tie-in. To those who want some context as to what's actually happening, you can check out our videos over on the Loading Crew on YouTube. Yay!
Do it!
I can't find my team. Where is my team? Old game. Non-heroes. Team Prism. Here we go. Crystal. You can see the faint outline of a little witch girl lying on an altar here, just kind of floating. But
whoa.
Look, a cameo.
That's actually her name is Cammy O.
You try to reach out, like either psychically or physically, and nothing seems to reach her. She seems to be like fading in between different realities at the moment.
Oh, well, that's definitely a tomorrow problem.
And with
Anyway,
that,
good luck with that, kid.
I would love it if you like picked her pocket and grabbed some important MacGuffin from the actual campaign.
Oh, can I do that?
yes, yes.
I start to run away, but then I'm like, oh wait, hold on, and then go back to pick a pocket.
You hold out. Oh my god, this is perfect. You hold out a Pokeball with a large letter V on it, and it seems important in some regard, like it held some kind of lost friend.
Well, I'm keeping that. Anyway, thanks, kid. I'll be back.
And as you leap off into the distortion, what is that? Oh, that is okay. Chaotic evil. You leap off into the distortion and see a portal beneath you. You fall towards it, which seems like forever, until finally you land back in the material plane, right outside of right above Anarcity. Let's try that. There we go.
Oh, that's a long way to fall.
As you're falling, Altaria catches you in her floof. It's floof. I don't know what the genders of many of my Pokemon. I know my Melodic is a boy, which was surprising.
Nice catch, Phoene.
Altaria looks at you like, Phoene didn't have a damn thing to do with that.
Oh, thanks, Altaria. Wait, what's your Altaria's name? I'd know it.
Tefeta.
Thanks, Tefeta. Nice catch. I try to feed Tefeta a Benjamin, a Poke Benjamin.
Tefeta takes it and puts it in her pocket.
Pocket of floof. And with that, it seems like combat is relatively over, as the rest of the townspeople have their own Pokemon out, even though it's not on screen, and they seem to be fending off the other Ultra Beasts, and everything seems to return to normal, except that the portal in the sky still remains.
Well, that's not good.
No, I mean, I don't exactly know where it leads. It took me to some sort of... Anyway, nice job handling things out here, guys, but it took me to some sort of distortion world, and I stole this from a little girl. I hold up the Pokeball with a V.
You give that back immediately! Everywhere we go with you!
Phoene uses her passive ability, reading the manual, to know the function of any machine.
Oh, God.
It's a Pokeball.
That's a Pokeball!
It just has the letter V on it.
Holy jeez, a Pokeball, really?
I want to see.
Forget this
hold it up.
stupid bike!
Pretty cool, right?
Whoa, custom.
Right?
Do you think we could get a decal like that on the bike?
Oh man, maybe we should mount this Pokeball on the bike.
Ooh, or put it in the spokes of the wheel like a Pokemon card.
Oh yeah, yeah, it'll make like a clack, 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 clack noise when we ride the bike.
I have no follow-up to that could be any funnier than what you just said.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, victory is surely yours as you've defeated these Ultra Beasts. They just kind of lay there, like you've beaten them into unconsciousness, clearly. And the other Ultra Beasts around town are being rallied up, and people are trying to capture them, but for some reason, they just aren't staying in the gosh darn Pokeballs.
Wanna, like, fly them back or something? Feels
Yeah, I was
kinda
gonna
bad
say,
just
maybe we
leaving
should,
them
like,
there.
On some rope
Dump
or
these.
some chains.
Sure, 1 second. Feeny, like, takes out some... She has, like, a little decoration kit in her pocket that's mostly, like, bedazzles and little baubles and things, and kind of decks them out so they look all spiffy.
Okay.
And then it's just, you know, you have to take every opportunity you get to advertise. Who knows where these guys might pop out?
Team branding.
Team branding.
I was just doing it for my family name, but I can throw a little thing for us on there. What are we called again?
Team branding.
Team branding.
Chat
Small
seems to like
victories.
chat seems to like peasant poppers.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really good.
You just got... Phoenecia has, like, all these little dainty doll items, and then she just takes out a fucking spray can and just tags, "You got popped by Team Peasant Poppers." And puts it on its armor on its back so it won't notice for a while.
Nice.
She does the same thing to this one while the Altaria just dumps them back into the...
Well, because of gravity, it has to fly above the portal and then like go upside down, slowly shaking it off as it falls into the upside down portal.
It's a little awkward. I like to think most of Feeney's Pokemon are pretty, like, pleasant and maybe kind of just out of it. Altaria, I think, is the workhorse of her team. It's like, another day.
Oh no, the Slowpoke started screaming!
Back in your Pokeball.
The town seems to have calmed down now. The previous fighters that you KO'd are coming around, and everyone is just kind of like exasperated here and there. They're just kind of breathing heavy. Some of them are heading back to their homes. Some of them are heading into the center of town looking for answers. They're all kind of squabbling amongst themselves like, "What do you think that was? I don't know, but it was scary. What are you talking about? We just demolished them." And then
That was awesome.
some people are trying to form a chant for you guys, but for some reason they just can't get your name right.
It's Samson.
Samson.
Samson!
What are we cheering
and
for?
Rick join in.
Samson. Nice.
Next.
Says the Slowpoke.
You guys took out most of them, so you're kind of being regarded as like the tough guys in town right now.
Yeah, shower us with praise and money.
Plus, you know, you won the farmers market, so that gives you a bit of cred too.
Yeah.
Feeny throws Poke Benjis at Nera and her honchkrow.
Yes.
And with that, the old man approaches you, and he goes, "Oh, well, young people, you seem to be the best, albeit disorganized fighters I've ever seen in my life. He points up to the sky and he says, "That portal, I don't believe will be going anywhere. We need the help of someone with a higher power."
I look to the sky.
He goes,
look
"No,
around.
not that." And he pulls
I was
out
hoping for Superman.
he pulls out a key from his robes again, like in the same mysterious hammer space that he kept the bike. And he hands you a heavy runed key and says, "You asked me how I got that bike. That bike has been in my family for generations. It was a family heirloom. And I give
It's
it
in
away."
great condition.
"Oh yes, I care for it well."
It already.
And he lets you know, my family used to tend to an island over there on Lake Lawless, and he points to the northeast. He says, if you could reach our old home and head to the basement and show a great feat of willpower, the Guardian will appear before you, and maybe, just maybe, he will help us close this portal.
You guys, we won a house.
Secret base! Secret base!
Secret base!
That's their way of saying that they'll do your task. Yeah, I'll take the key.
Louder in the background. Secret base!
They're very excited.
I grab the man on the shoulders and shake him excitedly. Secret base!
Phoene and Nera are already drawing out plans to use artillery's signal beam as a cool spotlight on their secret base.
The old man being shaken is like, well, young man, you can have... You're refusing to let go. You're just so excited.
So excited.
It looks like he's about to pass out. You just keep shaking him so hard.
Yes,
All
he's
right,
got
all right,
impressive grip strength.
I can take the hint. I hug him instead.
Oh, hugs are nice. And at this point, he eventually separates from you somehow, and
He's so oily.
Another family heirloom!
he directs you to the map, and I'm gonna go ahead and drag you guys there.
Nice.
And you guys are currently in the Great Anarcity, of course, in the bottom left-hand corner. And he needs you guys to go out onto an island in Lawless Lake. And there is a great... on this island, there is an old mansion. He said it's probably run down, somewhat decrepit a little bit even. And there you can find the legendary that he used to care for.
Ooh.
So you're saying there's a god of bikes that lives in your old house?
One and the same.
Well, I know what we're going to use to commune with and or catch it. She holds up the V-ball.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
I give Finny the victory / peace symbol.
I am aware of this peasant... I don't know the word. This peasant sign. She says out loud, not returning the sign.
And with that,
I rip the map in 4 and give it to each.
You know, say what you want. Samson would make an excellent pirate king, hiding all of his treasure into 4 parts naturally.
It's so we always have to be together.
That's actually rather touching.
your friendship beam won that contest, so that's really fitting.
I'm good at one thing in particular, and apparently it's beams, actually!
Alright. With that, he directs you to a young man standing in the crowd. In fact, you actually talked to this man as you were coming into town. I'm going to go ahead and grab him real quick with his posse over here. There we go. This man right here owns a boat, and he can take you out to the lake, and he argues for a little bit. Hey, wait a minute, I never agreed to the... And the old man just kind of gives him a death glare, and he backs down.